Right, so some people are crying over dragon hunts, and some people are asking for the rogue to be nerfed. What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Roll it. So welcome back, your highnesses, distinguished guests, humans, non-humans, and prestigious honorable attendees. And of course, let's not forget the window lickers who keep our windows clean. We love you. And just for clarification, I call haters window lickers, because if you are hating on my awesomeness, then you are definitely licking a window or two. Also, a huge thanks to my 9 channel members, Jabberwocky Mel, Trevor, Juice, Billy, Dan Chan, Ant-Man, Athena, and Fowlan, who are generous enough to support my channel during these difficult times. I truly appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and like the video so the algorithm actually plays nice. And of course, hit that bell to get notified of all my uploads. So now let's talk about the dragon hunts again and the rogue for a minute, because I need to set something straight because some people have been wilding out for no reason. Again. Like seriously, it's too hot to be licking windows, so stop it. And like my father used to say, before you open that mouth of yours, make sure you dip your tongue deep into your brain first. You know, before speaking, you mouth breather. Kinda tired of people talking out their asses. So I will explain some things again, so maybe a few people get it this time. First, let's begin with the dragon hunts. Some players are crying again about the dragons being too hard. Again. So before you get your Fruit of the Loom panties in a twist again, hear me out first. So as you all know by now, the dragon hunts main rewards or best rewards you can obtain from these dragon hunts is Mythic Gear. You see them on your screen right now. So in the second tab of the Dragon Hunt store, you can purchase Mythic Gear, which in essence should be top of the line gear. And I say should because not all of the Mythic Gear is best in slot gear, even though it's called Mythic. And we can get into that whole debate about why is this gear even Mythic at all, when most of it is just a copy paste of the previous gear that was just painted a Mythic color with stats slightly higher and elevated item levels and combined rating. But that's for another time. My point is, since this is Mythic Gear, why should it be easy to obtain? Why does it have to be a walk in the park, and why should everybody be able to obtain Mythic Gear without working for it? And if we are being completely honest, even though for most players the dragon hunts won't be a cakewalk, they can still be pushed through or carried through by more experienced players. I mean, you can get lucky in pug groups, and you can also get guildies and alliance members to help you reach 100 dragon hunt completions, which you only have to do once. After that, all you have to do is the amount of completions you need to get the remaining scales you are after for each new gear piece that you want. I realize not every player is in a guild, and I understand some pug groups are so bad that you end up breaking your computer or your console. And I realize there are players out there with disabilities who struggle to complete content. Whether the disabilities are mental or physical, they still struggle. And that's where guildies and friends come in to help people who struggle for various reasons. But even with all that, sooner or later, you will reach 100 completions, even if it takes longer than expected. And then you'll have access to the Mythic Gear that you actually want. Also, the hunts have no RNG. They have set goals, and the goals are pretty low if you ask me. The 100 Dragon Hunt completions is just a one-time thing. Then all you do is 7, 8, 10, 12 additional dragon kills per week to get the scales for your next Mythic Gear piece. If you ask me, I'd take a set goal over RNG any day of the week. Plus, people forget MMOs are not sprints, they are marathons, so stop your whining. And to be honest, even though this so-called Mythic Gear is slightly difficult to obtain, I don't even think they qualify as Mythic Gear. Isn't something mythic supposed to be insanely good, since it's mythological? And Mythic Gear can actually be obtained way easier than the Band of Air can, or the old Ribcage and some other pieces of gear over the years. I think people who cry about hunts are just upset of how annoying the mechanics are for them. I don't know, man. I kinda like the difficulty of the dragon mechanic. Keeps you on your toes. It's way better than that older shit we had. Alright, enough of that. So let's move on to those people crying for rogue nerfs. Why should a rogue be nerfed? I'm not getting it. You think rogues are outperforming every class in every aspect of the game, do you? Yeah, not true. We are not the best single target damage dealers in the game. There are some nasty clerics, fighters, warlocks, and barbarians who dish out insane single target damage. Should they be nerfed too? Granted, some of them are legacy tunes and some animation cancel a lot to get that damage output. And a lot of it has to do with the Band of Air and the Mythalar set as well. And I'm not going to lie about that because it's absolutely true. But I don't think those classes should be nerfed at all. And to be clear, removing legacy characters' abilities is not a nerf. It's removing mechanics that hardly anybody has on their classes that have long since been removed from the game, and only some still have by mistake due to a glitch or a bug. The term nerf means reducing something's power to do less damage. And in the case of legacy toons, they are not nerfing something's power. They are removing a glitch or a bug from the game. So to those who keep defending legacy characters, you better get educated quick, because soon legacies will be a thing of the past. So yeah, get used to that. And now back to the rogue. The rogue is just very well balanced in both single target and AoE. And not all rogues are good at dealing damage, so it's also skill related. Once they nerf the Band of Air, the damage from every class will be reduced, thus resulting in a nerf to all classes indirectly. Unless, of course, their code work when it comes to nerfing the Band of Air is all over the place, and some classes will still benefit from the Band of Air when others will not. But that is something we will have to see when it happens. We're just assuming at this point. In my opinion, the rogue does not need a nerf, nor do any other classes. There are many weird factors that contribute to some classes doing better than others, like how the Mythilar set performs better with some classes and worse on others, like how some classes can proc the Band of Air better than others, and there's a bunch of other little things tied to certain gear that make it seem like some classes are overpowered, and a lot of it has to do with procs that shouldn't be procking, and that's not including just the Band of Air. So no. The rogue doesn't need a nerf. I mean, will you actually say the same once the rogue loses 20, 30, or 40% of its damage once the Band of Air is nerfed? Yeah, no, you won't. So stop it. No class should be nerfed. The rogue is sexy as fuck, and you guys are just jealous of her big peepees or tight little vajayjays. Okay? Alright, anyways, that's it for now. Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.